And so for 2010, where Glenn's estimated about 48 newcomers have come between January and stayed in March, and that's for both centres, that's not just for Currawong or just for Benton. He's just giving a rough average for both centres because he understands that people do swap between the meetings and people even go to meetings in Hastings or whatever, so he's said about 48. Do you think that sounds about right?
Look, I don't tend to attend Benton Square meetings very often, but certainly I would say, given the influx we've had at the Mornington Monday night meeting, I'd say yes, very, very close.
And why do you think that is this year? Do you think that...
Same again, I think it's probably partly due to the Benton Square, where there was, I believe, quite a big drinking problem amongst teenagers, and probably the awareness that they've got now that it's just there. But quite often there's people just stick their head in the door for a laugh, and because they identify at the meeting, they actually end up coming back. So,
yeah. And another thing I want to talk to you about is obviously Alcoholics Anonymous isn't funded by any outside organisation.
No.
So what do you think this increase does for Alcoholics Anonymous? Do you think it's positive or do you think it's negative? Because I understand that it's the members themselves that fund the organisation.
Yes, it's our 7th tradition, which is that we're self-supporting through our own contributions to declining all outside finances.
So do you think this is positive on the infrastructure of Alcoholics Anonymous, or...?
Well, the money that we take at a meeting quite often only barely covers our rent. You know, we don't get subsidised rent, we don't get any funding, and no one says to your Alcoholics Anonymous we give $5 a week or anything like that. So we pay the same rent that anyone else would, and as you can understand, a lot of people, when they actually get to Alcoholics Anonymous, have absolutely nothing. You know, they're destitute, they're living in parks and gardens, so yeah, look, and the funding goes towards buying tea, coffee and biscuits. You know, that's really the vital part of the meeting, tea, coffee and biscuits. It's what we call the second half of the meeting, where especially the newcomer gets to know people and take the phone numbers. And anything we have left over goes towards buying our literature. I'm actually a literature officer at the moment, and you know, quite often we just do not have the amount of money that we need to buy the literature, especially for the newcomer packs. We like to hand out packs for newcomers. So yeah, it's Alcoholics Anonymous as such certainly is not running in any huge profit.
Yeah. So do you think that this increase in people will lead to more money for Alcoholics Anonymous, or do you think that it doesn't really matter because either way some people don't have money and some people aren't able to donate?
It's not only that, but out of the amount that have come in so far this year, by the end of the year, very few of those people will still be in Alcoholics Anonymous. We have another surge again around, for some reason, Grand Final Day. So, that like this period of the year is definitely when we have our largest intake. You know, say of the 48 that have come in, I was very surprised to see more than 2 of those still around at the end of the year.
And how do you think all the members that have been at Alcoholics Anonymous for a long period of time feel about newcomers? Do you think that they think it's a positive thing?
Oh, look, we love our newies. We absolutely love our newies. You know, people that have been, I'm getting to the stage where we're almost an old timer now. You know, the newcomer is the most important person in any meeting. I remember for myself, I attended my first meeting very drunk and insisted on getting up and sharing from the floor, and you know, it was no one said to me, you can't do that because you've had a drink, and at the end of the meeting, you know, what I remember one of the first things I was told was, let us like you to live and learn to like yourself. And you know, the newcomers are probably as big a foundation for us as the old timers. You know, we've got members with 35, 40 in excess of years sobriety, and they're our true old timers. They're the ones that still hammer the bench and tell you that, you know, it's 30 meetings in 30 days, 60 meetings in 60 days, and you know, they're the ones, I guess, with that length of sobriety, they tend to sit back and wait and see, will this new stick around? Whereas people with my length of sobriety, I guess, tend to really welcome them with open arms, and you know, still haven't learnt to differentiate between, you know, who's going to stay and who's going to go. So yeah, with people from sort of 2 years to 10 years tend to spend a lot of time with the newcomers.
Fantastic. All right, thank you very much for your time today, Jenny, and I
You're welcome.
wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
I hope your journalism goes well.
Thank you.